And welcome back, everybody. I hope you are enjoying yourself thus far. I know I am. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, and you're watching Open. National Bucket List Day was celebrated this week, and a new survey from Ally Bank found nearly 90% of Americans are dreaming big with their bucket lists, from trips to Fiji to skydiving and more. Here to discuss the results and the tools you can use to simplify your spending and savings is Sonia Fraher. Sonia, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
So this big survey took place, and what did it find? 90% of Americans are dreaming big with their bucket lists. How did we come up with that?
So at Ally, we put the customer at the center of everything we do.
Yes.
And we wanted to check in with them. We wanted to see how consumers were thinking and feeling, and most importantly, dreaming in this time of high inflation and higher rates. And we confirmed what I think many of us already know, which is that most people, actually 84%, have a bucket list. And travel reigns supreme. People want to save for trips across the United States, go to Europe, maybe see friends and family they haven't connected with in a while. But there's a lot of other things on that list too. People would like to learn new skills, maybe skydiving, and even saving for, a new car or saving for that dream home. There's so much out there that, are important to people. Unfortunately, a third of people with a bucket list have not checked anything off in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
And when we asked people why, they said that money and finances is the reason.
Are you finding out that more people are willing to travel more after the pandemic? Yeah, I mean, they probably had that bucket list ready to go, but everybody was like stuck, so to speak.
Absolutely. People are saving for travel across, as I mentioned, the United States. So maybe, I'd love to go to Hawaii. It's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when I'll get there, but things like that is just, it's so important to people, like reconnecting, whether you're maybe taking a solo trip or you're going to see friends, or maybe you're going on a trip with family.
Yeah.
People are definitely back in that travel mode.
Yeah. How do consumers feel about their budgeting habits and key financial obstacles that they are facing? Did they come to you with that? Do they share that with you?
It did. So, going back to money and finances being the single biggest obstacle for crossing things off that list, when we think about those hurdles, there are really two sides of the equation. On the savings side, many people struggle to afford even an emergency expense if it happened to them. And so a couple years ago, we launched at Ally savings buckets and boosters. Those help you organize and visualize your savings so you can make more progress against them, build up more of that emergency fund, or check things off your bucket list. Customers have created over 3 million buckets for those dreams and goals. And we're now happy to announce that we have spending buckets on our checking account. That helps with the other side of the equation and the pain points there around budgeting and really helping it stick with it. And think of those as digital envelopes. So those help you set aside money for the things you need to cover, like your mortgage or rent, or your cell phone, or your groceries. Once you figure that out, you can see how much you have left over for some of the more fun stuff.
You got to give us some tips, Sonia. Tell us about the importance of setting money goals aside and ways to keep motivated and stay on track. Because sometimes, you get things that happen in life that will take you to different places.
It's so true. So two things that are important when you think about creating those good financial habits, and they're going to seem really simple, but they do work. The first is visualize and personalize your goals. So write it down, create a bucket for it. Even if it's, post a note on your mirror and you're looking at it each day, it's important to keep focused on the things that matter most to you. And that's a hugely powerful motivator. The second tip is automate it. So if you can take the heavy lifting off your shoulders and you can set it and forget it, then you don't need to each paycheck figure out, oh, how much can I save and how much can I save next month? We know that those two strategies together work. Customers that use our savings tools, believe it or not, save 2 times more than those who don't.
I like that. Set it and forget it. And also savings, buckets, and boosters I heard you mention a while ago.
That's right. And so when you're looking for tools to help with saving or spending, look for a couple key things. Number one, is it easy to use and set up? Is it going to continue to motivate you, whether you're saving for maybe Taylor Swift concert tickets, maybe it's that trip that we just talked about, something that's going to keep you motivated to keep saving. And then last is that visualization component, or automate it as much as possible. And so we do offer savings buckets and now spending buckets, and those are in our savings and our checking account at Ally.
Thank you so much. Where can we go? You got anything on social media or a website that we can go to find out what Ally is doing, find out what you guys are doing to help us, guide us in the right direction so we can maybe work our bucket list into what you're doing and some of the tips that you presented to us?
You can find more information on Ally's tools, as well as some more fun stuff that we found when we talked to people about their bucket lists at ally.com. That's ALLY.com/bucket list.
Sonia Fraher, Senior Director, Product Management, Ally Bank. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate you and appreciate everything,
so much.
All the information that you shared. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, that's about all the time we have for today's show. We want to thank you, our viewers, you for tuning in and checking it all out. You can check out the continued coverage on BronxNet. Thank you for letting us share in this space and time with you. Join Kim and Aline, Darren Jaime, Rena Valentine on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday for all new episodes of Open. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice and let your choice control or choose. And remember, whether you say you can or you can't, either way, you are right. So say you can and you will. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and I'll see you over 107.5 WBLS from all of us here at BronxNet. Have a great and enjoyable day. We love you all. Peace.